Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here. And this is an Instagram inspired makeup look. I've seen different people do this video, and I just think it's really cool to see different people's spin on what they feel like Instagram makeup kind of is. Basically, this tutorial is just based around a lot of makeup artists on Instagram that you see kind of post with, you know, the braids and this kind of a makeup look, and that's basically what I was inspired by, and I hope that you guys like this look. So if you want to see how I got it, then please just keep on watching. So of course, the first step in any Instagram inspired makeup look is the braids. You know, I can't do anything with my hair ever, so of course I asked my sister-in-law to do it because I fail really hard. If you're not gonna upload a picture with braids on, like, it's just not worth it to upload a picture at all, really. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the face. Of course, we're going to use a full coverage foundation. So for my primer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. You guys know I love this, especially with like mattifying foundations. I feel like it kind of just balances it out because it's moisturizing and it smells like pina colada. Then for my T-zone, I'm going to grab the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the smoothing version because my pores, they ugly. So just right in that T-zone. So for my foundation, I'm going to use the fullest coverage foundation that I own, which you guys know if you saw my first impressions is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Liquid Foundation. Mine is in the color 8.75, which matches me pretty spot on. Like I said, my first impressions will be linked down below. I'm just going to dot it all over. Then of course I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty blender, just picking up the rest on my hand first. And then going in. This coverage, it just gets me every time. Like, do you guys see this? Now you guys should know by now, but I already pretty much do Instagram brows. So to start them off, I'm using the Nars Smudge Proof Shadow Base. And I'm just running this through my brows just to make sure that they last. I always do this because my brows are like really oily. My brows and my lids, they're like extremely oily. Well, my whole face is extremely oily. But this just helps them last longer and not get shiny throughout the day, which I think is not cute, personally. For my brows, I'm going to take the Anastasia Brow Definer, which is what I always take. And mine is in the color Granite. And I'm just going to go really hard. I like a really intense brow, so I'm just going to fill them in. I will link my brow routine below. It's the same thing, except I'm using a different pencil. But it's the exact same routine and everything. So I'll link that down below. Let me know if you guys want to see an updated one. I feel like it's kind of been a while, but you let me know. Okay, so brows are done, and I'm not really fond of them, and I know just because I said that, you guys are probably staring at them more now. Go ahead, take a look. I'm not having a good brow day. So I'm just gonna prime my eyes. I'm using the 24-Hour Extend Eye Base by MAC, and I'm just gonna take it with a fluffy brush, just apply it all over my lid because we are going in with a ColourPop eyeshadow, and Luster Lux seems to like this for ColourPop eyeshadows. And I know my lid looks like, but that's okay because it always looks like that before I put eyeshadow on. So for eyes, I'm going to take a palette that I don't even feel like I've ever used before. This is the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I feel like I think of mauve tones a lot when I think about Instagram makeup. So that's why I'm going to use this palette. They have all mauve tones up in here. I'm going to start off by taking the color Unconditional, which is this mauve matte shade right here, with a Morphe AC57 brush. It's just a fluffy brush, so just be careful. But I'm just gonna work this all up in the creasel area. No rhyme or reason, you guys already know how I do. Now just to deepen up the crease a little bit, I'm gonna take the color Unspoken, which is more of like a dark brown kind of shade. It's not really mauve, it's just kind of like a brown, you know. And I'm gonna take a Coastal Scents blending brush. It's just a little bit denser of a brush, and kind of focus this more on the outer V and into the actual crease of the eye, kind of being more precise with this shade. And it's really not for any reason other than adding a little bit of dimension. You definitely want to keep it low enough that you can still see that mauve in the crease, because we still want this to be overall a very mauve kind of look. Then I'm going to grab the original fluffy brush with just a dash more of that Unconditional mauve shade that we went in with originally, and just blend out any harsh lines that we might have. Now I'm going to take our darkest color, which is going to be Unbridled, which is this amazing deep kind of burgundy Bordeaux-y type of a deal. And I'm going to take it with a Makeup Geek Outer V brush. And exactly what you will think, I'm going to pop that on the outer V. That is so pretty. I do want this to be kind of rounded, so I am going to take it all the way into the inner part of the eye, just once there's not as much product on the brush. Going back with the Coastal Scents brush and a little, like a little bit of Unspoken. Just gonna blend this out. Unspoken was that brown shade, the only brown shade. I just want to make sure that that is blended. Now for our ColourPop eyeshadow, this is the color Bubbly, and it's just a pretty pink with like glitter in there. It is so pretty. This was probably like one of the first ColourPop eyeshadows I ever bought. Look at this. Yes. So I'm just gonna take it on my finger, possibly, and just pop it on the lid. When you're watching a video, or even when you're doing your makeup, and you say the lid, or like, I'm gonna put this on the lid, or the person who you're watching says, I'm gonna put this on the lid. Does anybody else think of that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob is trying to teach Patrick how to like not be a failure, and he's like, put your hand on the lid. The lid, the lid, the lid, the lid, the lid, the lid. No, it's just me. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is my wing. Of course, you know you can't do an Instagram inspired makeup look without a wing. So I'm gonna use my favorite NYX matte liquid liner. And I'm gonna do a pretty intense wing. I mean, to be honest, I always do a pretty intense wing, but I'm just gonna kind of exaggerate it a little bit more today because that's what Instagram makeup is all about. So we're gonna just step away from the eyes for a second, and we're gonna do probably the most needed thing in an Instagram makeup tutorial. We're gonna cream contour. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and this is in the color medium. And I'm gonna take a flat foundation brush like this, and I'm gonna take the highlight shades first. Clearly you could tell which is the one that I like a lot. So I'm gonna take that shade, and I'm just gonna put it everywhere that you would highlight, you know. So first I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and blend this out. If you have dark circles, like really intense dark circles, I would suggest doing your concealer first and then doing highlighting with cream contour if that's what you want to do. But my dark circles are basically not even there, so, which I'm just blessed. It's not that I'm not tired. Lord knows I'm tired. Before I set it, I'm going to take this color from the Anastasia contour kit called Chocolate, and I'm going to take it with a Makeup Addiction, the Queen brush. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, honestly, but whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and contour with this shade, and I know that my highlight is kind of starting to crease a little bit, but that's okay. I just blended it out with the same brush that I applied it with. I usually blend it out with a beauty blender, but I think I like this better. It kind of keeps the product exactly where I placed it. I'm also going to take the same brush, and I'm going to take the color next to Chocolate, which is Cinnamon, which is this color, just because it's warmer and lighter. And I'm going to take this around the forehead just to kind of bronze. Then I am going to take the beauty blender and just blend a little. Now I'm just going to make sure I take out all of those many creases, because there was a lot. And I'm gonna set my highlighted areas. Now with Instagram makeup, you want a bright under eye. I've realized that. So I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And I'm gonna use that to set. You can actually even bake a little bit under your contour, even though we haven't really set it yet. Just bake everywhere. I am just gonna wipe away all of this baking powder. I'm gonna take the Fascinating Eye Kohl by MAC just to brighten up the waterline. Now I'm just gonna grab the Lorac Unzipped palette again. I'm gonna take the color Unbridled. Unbridled? 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 Mama don't know. So I'm gonna take it with a Morphe M432 brush, which is just like a flat definer brush. I'm just gonna put this right underneath the white pencil. Right. Just right, like really tight to the lash line. Then I'm gonna take a Morphe, it's a lot of Morphe in here, G27, which is just like a pencil brush. And I'm gonna take Unconditional, which is that mauve shade we originally used. And I'm just gonna blend this out so that it's not just like a stark thing, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to know that I tried my best not to use this, but my self-control level is at like a -10. So I'm going to take Makeup Forever ME122 eyeshadow right here. The same one I use every single day. I don't think anything compares to this eyeshadow. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just going to take it with a random brush that's really small. And just inner corner highlight until I can inner corner highlight no more. I'm going to apply some glue to my falsies. For today I'm using Glamour by Vegas Nay. For mascara I'm using Extended Play Lash by MAC. And I'm just attacking. You guys know for an Instagram makeup look you need some crazy lashes. It's necessary. So I figured I'd go with these. And a little tip for these lashes, specifically these lashes, is I don't care what kind of eye shape you have, you need to cut them. They are like so long. I almost never have to cut lashes, and I had to cut so much off of these. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish up the face. I'm gonna set my cream contour with powder contour. Of course, I'm gonna use Earth by Anastasia Beverly Hills right here, and the Nars Ita brush. Earth is kind of warmer, but I find that it works nicely on my skin tone because I can't really do too cool of a contour. It just won't look good. So I'm just going to just set right where I had that cream contour. Having a cream contour and then setting it with a powder, just make sure that your contour lasts all day. And you guys know cheap products are like the first things to go. So for bronzer, I'm going to take Copper Brown by Anastasia right here. It's a lot warmer and a little bit darker than this one. So I'm going to take the MAC 135 brush. Same brush I use all the time. But apparently we'll never remember the name. And I'm just going to set my bronzed areas and then also kind of blend out my contour a little bit. Oh god, does it hurt? Oh god. Oh god. I honestly feel like for Instagram, a lot of people just do like really nude blushes. But I really haven't even tried this blush yet, and I want to try it so bad. So this is the color Pamplemousse from the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take a Morphe E4 and just... I mean, I figure I'm doing pink today, so... it should be a good day to use that. That's like a really pretty pink shade. That kind of reminds me a lot of that MAC blush that you guys know is my favorite. I just mentioned it in my Ride or Die makeup tag, in which I totally said the wrong name throughout the entire video. I'm gonna contour my nose, which is also a really big thing on Instagram. I'm gonna use Java and Fawn from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just gonna mix the two. Fawn is like way too gray for me, and then Java is like way too dark for my nose area. So I just mix them to get like the perfect nose contour shade. I do like a pretty strong nose contour. I don't even know why, because I like my nose, but I like a nose contour. For highlight, I'm going to use my favorite highlighter, the Anastasia Glow Kit in Sweets. And I'm actually going to start off by using Sassy Grape, which is like this purplish duochrome color. And I'm just going to pop this on my cheekbones. I might mix in my favorite color too, but I haven't decided that yet. But you guys know, if you don't have an intense, crazy highlight that's like blinding you, you're not doing Instagram makeup. Now I'm going to take only butterscotch just down the bridge of my nose. And then the Cupid bow. I actually will mix some Sassy Grape for the Cupid bow. Oh my god, the color is so intense and beautiful. Okay, so for the Instagram lip, personally, I know people kind of think different things. I think of like a deeper mauve-y kind of a shade. So I'm going to start off with my favorite lip pencil ever. This is Grunge by ColourPop. Look at how gross. It's gross. I should have sharpened it, but I don't have my life together, so I didn't. And for the lipstick, I'm going to take Androgyny by Jeffree Star. Mine is in that limited edition packaging from when it first came out, but it is permanent, so it's just never in stock. It is her in it. Oh my god. Yes, this is like the nicest deeper brownie mauve color ever. So that is it for this look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. Both of those things will be linked down below, as well as everything that we use in this video today and links to some of my previous videos. And I believe that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So today's video is centered around the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I love the packaging on this palette. First of all, this is like the most beautiful packaging I've ever seen for a palette, and this is what it looks like on